Hey, it is I. And I'm starting with the same giggle when I consider the topic that I'm really basically that I that basically I'm going to share with you how to release excess weight by way of communicating with people who live on other planets. And I'm going to explain myself. Yo, this is Jillian, the Conscious Cougar. How are you? So, this is part two. Okay, I got into it last time and I didn't really get there. And basically, where I left off last time was about the commitment that I made and a lot of you and us made to ourselves when we were doing the lockdown thing. We said, we're going to live different. We're going to, really try to hold on to a different kind of balance in our lives. Like, many of us were just in that rat race and just it was insane and we never had any healthy balance, or we did get any balance, it wasn't balanced enough, so stress was still a big thing. And we got an opportunity, a lot of us, to release from stress greatly during that. I got to really relax for about a year and not have money problems thanks to the grants and whatnot. And the phone stopped ringing. I got to follow my dreams. Next thing I knew, I was going with some friends on an off-roading trip. And we went from Bullhead City. I had to rent a Jeep. Had to manifest that. Worked my law of attraction thing to make that happen. That was deep. And we started in Bullhead City and went across the Mojave Desert on the Mojave National Preserve Trail, which is a very established trail, very well traveled, and it was amazing. So that was 3 nights, 4 days, and oh my God. Any passion that I had developed from watching all of those wilderness and adventure shows, all the Naked and Afraids and whatnot, this was all now like just coming out. I was everything that I'd ever learned. I got that it was for a reason. It was just memory from stuff before. I really get that this is probably past life stuff. But listen, I couldn't just do this one time. That was October, end of October. By the beginning of December, I bought a Jeep. I found an auction and I got an amazing Rubicon for about 17 grand. I'm gonna just say it because that's amazing. $17,000 is okay. I admit it had some issues. And I immediately spent several other thousands of dollars, and I learned from other Jeep owners that, yeah, this is a thing. It can become like a money thing, so be careful. So, and a lot of the money thing that it can become is as you're trying to create all these conveniences, and like I'm about to invest in storage space behind it because there's nothing that I can do. Tupperware boxes, nothing. It just nothing works, and you're jumping around and everything, and the boxes are falling. And I need structured. I want drawers in the back of my Jeep that are long, taking the back seats out. Peace out, back seats. I don't need them. That's not what this vehicle is for. And so it'll have the drawers, the storage compartments back there, and then I'll be able to sleep on top of that because I'm a car camper. I sleep inside my locked vehicle. That's how I like it. Anyway, so yeah, so then I'm like, okay, well, I got to do a lot of this. So I started taking classes, meeting a lot of people who off-road. I joined I'm a city slicker, which is an off-roading, I want to say it's a Jeep club, but it's not. There are lots of people who have other kinds of 4x4s in this club, and but they're out of Burbank. And so done stuff with them, and then you meet people, and then I can't explain how this happens, but before I knew it, I was realizing that I could live out a lot of my life purpose by way of this new venture. I mean, when I'm off-roading, I tend to want to meditate. I tend to want to play my singing bowls. I tend to want to look up in the sky. I tend to want to communicate. I want to do remote viewing. I want to talk to folks who live on other planets. And so I went, wow, I wonder if I can offer that. I wonder if I can offer my services as a Reiki master teacher, as a spirit spiritual counsel person, a spiritual advisor? Can I be of assistance to people? Can I then, with, the driving, I'm a certified precision driver, okay, and instructor, and I've been doing that for the better part of 20 years. Now, off-roading is different, except that about wheel placement and understanding rear wheel cheat, that when you're making a turn, your rear wheels are not going to follow an exact pattern of where your front wheels were. That's going to be different, and to have that in mind, and what's going to happen to the vehicle and stuff like that. And then we're doing other stuff because we're, a little bit of up and down with the terrain and everything. But for what I'm doing now, okay, I'm getting a little bit off. I have started a company. um, yeah, let me just back up because okay, I've started a company where it's off-roading, but there is a difference between the precision driving that I do and that I teach for valets who are, backing Maseratis into tight squeeze situations versus you and your vehicle with, decent elevation and going over some rocks and whatnot and inclines and declines and keeping it, together. I'm not trying to even teach that. And as a matter of fact, I just want to be able to do it. And it's a whole different challenge for me. And so I needed to take classes myself. And I highly recommend 4x4training.com, doing the little link right there, because they are amazing. And I've done 3 classes with them. One they call day 1, and then another one they call day 2, and then another one they call day 3, which I think they're going to change day 3 to a different thing. They're going to change a different name because it should just be advanced or something. It's just really cool. It's awesome. And they have like a slew. Go to 4x4training.com and they have a slew of classes. Like if you want to really get yourself together to really, really know how to handle off-road situations, this is where you go. These are the people, they teach you how. So they've made it so that I am now so confident. I'm car number 1. I'm the first car. I'm the car with the navigation devices. I'm following the maps. I'm guiding people on tours through the desert. And we drive from 8, 9 in the morning to about 3, 4 in the afternoon. We set up camp somewhere where I've guided you. And then as the sun goes down and the stars come up under those stars, I do a sound bath first. Then I do a guided meditation, world peace being the focus. And we segue from that world peace meditation into guided meditation, a CE5 meditation. And CE5 is human-initiated contact with people who live on other planets and stuff. And we may actually communicate with folks on those other planets, or we may be so lucky as to see UFOs. But when you're in the desert, the star vision is so much more brilliant that you can see a satellite. A satellite versus something that is flying erratically and doing almost like a show for you. And you know what it is. So my company is called StargateAdventure.com. And yeah, so I haven't, as I speak, look at the date on this video. We haven't really started. I've started, but only by way of reconnaissance missions, so that I have plenty of places. Everything that you see on the website, I've been there. Everything that you see on the website, I've created routes to get there. And they're easy routes. Easy, at worst moderate, and I'm in fact about to do another run in just a couple of weeks where I triple check and make absolutely sure that there's not much, if any, moderate in the things that we want to do. Because some moderate is kind of, intense, especially if you're not really ready to take a really steep incline for a while and a really intense decline. That's part of moderate. And then some rocks about this big, all over the place. And then suddenly there's this one. That's a little moderate too. but we're not doing serious rock crawling. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in anything that might hurt my beautiful, wonderful vehicle. His name is Bartholomew, and I like to take care of him like he takes care of me. And I know that a lot of people who are going to come along with me are going to I just realized I haven't told you how you lose weight with this, because I lose weight every single time I go off-roading. And part of it is because of what I take with me. I just stop myself mid-sentence. A lot of people are going to rent vehicles. They're going to rent vehicles. They're going to get regular street tires, unfortunately. So they're going to rent a Jeep. It's going to be a Jeep. It's going to have enough clearance. But it's just regular street tires. So that's another reason why I've got to be careful and make sure to guide people on roads that are easy enough. Of course, you sign a waiver, and hopefully people will come with their own real four-wheel drives with honest to goodness off-road tires and be ready to do some stuff. And know that we're not taking you rock crawling. That no, we're just overlanding on easy trails to get to where we're going. And then you pack your ice chest with the right stuff. And you make sure you have a lot of water and fruit and, healthy food. And then you're concentrating on driving. I mean, off-roading for me is meditative, but at the same time, your brain is working second by second, by moment. You cannot go in a daze. You have to pay attention. So it's like where to place. Am I going slow? Which gear? Am I downshifting, upshifting? Am I 4 high, 4 low, first gear, second gear, drive? Which is it? And you're constantly doing stuff. And that's what makes it really active, to the point that when I get to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'm like, whew, let's find camp. Okay, whoa. And then for me, I get to unload, and get myself set up for the sound bath. And I carry my singing bowls with me that are crystal. And I do that. And then usually I've hired several mechanics, but there's always a mechanic in the caravan with us. He's usually at the end of the line. I'm at the front of the line. And but he helps because there's usually no mechanical stuff that's going to happen. So he's going to, start the fire, and stuff like that. And these guys who I hire for mechanical they're so great at outdoor stuff. They're better at four-wheeling than me. They're better at the camping than me. So they'll be getting stuff together. And then, everybody's just like relaxing, getting into their meals, kicking it, having a good time. And then soon I am playing sound bowls. And then we're meditating. And we're focusing on world peace and love. And that's a healing for ourselves. And then we take that, we create this incredible love vortex all around the camp. And that creates an environment that is welcoming to folks, extraterrestrial and whatnot. I'm running out of time, so I can't go much farther, but I just want to say that I will do a piece sometime in the future about what it takes to create the kind of environment that is friendly and more likely to invite positive, peaceful extraterrestrial communication. Yeah. So I go on these trips, and I do, especially if I do a 4-day. By the time I'm done with the 4-day, I've dropped 6-7 pounds. And because every time we stop the vehicle during between the hours that we're really doing the driving from our starting point to getting to where we're going to camp again, there are places that we're stopping. And we're, taking lunch. We're going for a little hike here, a little hike there. And when you're off-roading, sometimes, you got to stop the vehicle, put it in park, get out, walk, and see what's around that bend. What's over that little hump right there? It looks cool right here, but then what's going to happen on the other side? And so you put your vehicle in park, you turn it off, you get out on foot, look out for reptiles and stuff, and go for a walk. So I'm getting a ton of steps, and yeah, it's just really, really healthy. Plus, it's just the whole keeping yourself together, and you're working your whatever the muscles are along the sides of your torso. Those get worked, and my abs get worked, and just just staying taut and whatnot. Yeah, so I lose weight when I off-road, and then the packing and getting ready for it, and then the unpacking. When you get back, you have to unload your vehicle and all of your camping gear and all of that stuff. So it's physical activity, moving and whatnot, and I just love it, and it's a great way UFO diet. That's what I'm calling it. Anyway, you guys, that's it for now. I do have a great plan for the next topic, but I'm going to keep it to myself right now because it's kind of jumbled up with a few other things, and it might be another one like this where I talk about a bunch of stuff. But oh my goodness, nice to be back. Yeah, a lot more to come. I've got a bunch of content lined up. I hope that you are well, and please comment below. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll talk again super soon. Bye-bye.